Many found it strange that Ferrari were actually happy with non-podium finishes after the Tuscan Grand Prix hosted at the Ferrari-owned Mugello racetrack. This, many feel, was mostly down to the fact that this was only the third time in 2020 that both their cars finished in the points. Ferrari CEO Louis Camilleri has now accepted that the team is in dire straits and there are no quick fixes around. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Ferrari admit they are in a hole. Camilleri began by confirming that he knows Ferrari are in bad shape, while adding that any explanation will only come across as an excuse. Listen, we're in a hole now, and we know we're in a hole. It's a confluence of factors, but anything I say will come across as excuses, and we're not into excuses. So what matters is to focus on the issues we have, and to work hard with determination to get back to what we consider to be our rightful place. He then gave his opinion on whether Ferrari can improve their performance this year. I mean, realistically, it's going to be tough. In Formula 1, we're always fighting time, both on the track and in development, and there's no magic bullet, so we'll take time. I'm hoping with a bit more flexibility in the regs next year, we can at least step it up from where we are. He then revealed their realistic hope. Mercedes, hats off to them. They've done an incredible job, and we'll see in 2022 with the new regs whether it creates a reset. That's our hope. He concluded his words by highlighting the long association between F1 and Ferrari. I think Ferrari and Formula 1 are sort of joined at the hip. How to imagine Formula 1 without Ferrari, or the other way around? We've been there forever and we're the only team. Others come and go, and yes, history creates pressure too, so we're looking forward to the next 1,000. Fast feed! Honda F1 boss Toyoharu Tanabe stated that it's the same problem with Red Bull's Max Verstappen's car in the sense that something went wrong with the engine, but he thinks the cause is different. Verstappen, on the other hand, feels that it's just not normal, as this is now happening for the second time in a row. James Vowles, the chief strategist at Mercedes, expected Verstappen to set them in motion. Normally in a race you have to subtract 3/10 of his qualifying delta, that's his race pace, so he would have been at Mercedes level. He further added that if Max had been on their heels, they might have postponed their drivers' pit stops a bit longer. This, he feels, would have led to the same tyre drama as during the first Silverstone weekend. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner feels that his driver Alex Albon is sometimes a little too nice, but when he puts on his helmet he's a real racer. He also pointed out that Albon's problems were mainly related to the instability at the back of their car, as was already the case with Pierre. Max is not really affected by this. Albon, meanwhile, thanked Horner for sticking with him. He also explained that when you send it around the outside, you're hopeful, and you have flashbacks to previous times when fighting for podiums, but he managed to get through unscathed, referring to his overtake of Renault's Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo, meanwhile, explained that he wasn't thinking about tattoo designs, but he was thinking about the trophy and some champagne as he was battling for the final podium position. His teammate Esteban Ocon is of the opinion there will be more opportunities for them this year. McLaren's Lando Norris has surmised they just stayed out of the crashes and the rubbish, and they did a lot better than they were expecting. Andrew Chauvelin, trackside engineering director at Mercedes, pointed out that this was the 100th win since Mercedes returned to F1 as a manufacturer in 2010, and a really proud milestone for everyone in Brackley, Brixworth and Stuttgart. And Ferrari Sebastian Vettel felt a bit sorry for Williams George Russell as he drove really well and he really deserved a point, while adding that it will come for him. Will Renault get another chance at a podium this year? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.